Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I think we had some technical issues. Okay, welcome to my YouTube channel, Sarah Abuwala. So I was just telling today, one Sarah is going to meet another Sarah.
Okay. I'm very much happy to be here,
Thank you.
Sarah, and it's a wonderful thing, whatever you're doing, and giving opportunities to people like us who can address, wider audience. Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure, and thank you so much for your time today. So today we'll be understanding the visualization. How what is visualization is a powerful tool for healing. Can you share how it works? How can one cooperate into their daily life?
Sure. You might have heard about law of attraction, right?
Yes, yes.
Secret, the book Secret, and it is law of attraction. I think most of them have understood what they do.
Hmm.
But let me tell you, the visualization that I'm talking about, it is
Hmm.
not law of attraction. In fact,
Okay.
in law of attraction, you talk to you talk to something what you want to become,
Hmm.
positivity, affirmations, and things like that. But
Hmm.
here we are focusing on our problems. We are
Okay.
visualizing a problem to drive it away. Okay, I'll
Okay.
give you an example
Please.
for our physical ailment.
Hmm.
Visualization for physical ailment, like for example, if you have cold,
Hmm.
okay, and the thing is, please tell me why do we have cold?
Maybe climate change, or you had something which was very cold, or maybe these are the main reasons which we tell at home. Mosam thanda ho gaya hai. Or yeah, maybe I had something very cold yesterday. That ice cream, didn't suit me. It was quite late in the night. That is what we
Right.
assume.
Right. But then you had it because of something in you where your immunity was low. It couldn't
Now,
counter whatever you ate or
hmm,
due to the weather. So what
hmm.
are you doing? Your immunity is low. So you focus on your low immunity. So that is a problem, right
Okay.
now in our body. So what
Hmm.
is our immunity our immunity comprises of our white blood cells. So you talk to
Hmm.
your white blood cells, and you give them the healing. You talk in a friendly way. There is a lot to it where we will discuss. I'll open up how to do that, but this
Sure.
is a gist of it, that you talk to a problem
Hmm.
and try to bring it up. You have to connect with it emotionally. It's not a mechanical process that chalo
Okay.
aaj I am having cold, so let me talk to my cells,
Yeah.
and you just talk to it. It's a
Hmm.
meditative process where you sit
Okay.
calmly and visualize them, personify them,
Hmm.
or personification in the sense, see them in any form. So, for
Okay.
example, I see most of my cells, organs in my body in a Bollywood or a Hollywood, as a Hollywood or a Bollywood actors. Okay,
Okay.
it is fun to connect with them that way, and
Hmm.
yeah, and the best part is you connect very easily. If you are
Okay.
connecting with somebody who is, I mean, you like them,
Yeah.
so the connection becomes easier. And if the connection is good, your healing becomes even more faster, and
Okay.
the chances are that you will definitely heal.
Great, great. So now let me make it clear for our viewers. So the visualization is not connected with the law of attraction.
No,
It's not connected with the hypnotherapy, yeah,
no,
hypnotism,
no,
Reiki,
no.
acupuncture. This
No.
all are totally a different science. Correct?
Yeah, that right.
Okay.
They are all different modalities. They are all healing
Okay.
modalities,
Mm-hmm.
very good in their own ways.
Okay.
But when we talk about visualization, heal through visualization, which I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it is more of you are it is more self driven. Here,
Okay.
here a practitioner like myself, all right,
Mm-hmm.
I can only guide them to
Mm-hmm.
do it. But there is a one problem here, that if you do not believe, if you do not
Mm-hmm.
have intention to heal, then it doesn't work. So for me,
Absolutely.
mostly the challenge is that people cannot get over this fact that how can we just sit, talk to our organs and heal? Whether will
Mm.
I mean it doesn't make sense that your organs will listen to you, your organs will, or your cells you can personify, and then you tell
Mm.
them that you see there is some problem with you, please heal yourself, and they'll begin to heal. It is all sham, it is bogus, but it
Mm.
is not. So think about this. If a thought, you have some thought, right,
Got it.
and
Yeah.
that thought brings out some emotions, okay, and with that emotion some chemicals are produced in your body. How is that
Mm.
happening?
Right. It's
Okay, if
quite
the cells
interesting.
didn't.
Very interesting.
Yes. So if if our cells didn't have intelligence, why would this be happening? Why would we have, when we are stressed? Why would we have heart attacks? When we are
Mm.
stressed, why would we have BPs? Why would we have cholesterols? If we are
Mm.
stressed, thinking negative, why would we have simple as acidities,
Mm.
right?
Right.
uh, so indigestions and
Mm.
things like that. So mostly our problems, it is many pro scientists or doctors have
Mm.
said that mostly our problems, our physical ailments are due to emotions and
Mm-hmm.
bad lifestyle, and
Yeah.
not particularly a pure physical problem. They are driven by these factors, which are mostly external. Nothing is
Mm.
wrong with the internal, but anything external influences us, we get these problems. So whether in thinking, eating, and what are your, and driven by your emotions, whatever you do, you have
Mm-hmm.
these physical ailments. Yes.
Mm. So, Sarah Abuwala, what inspired you to explore healing through visualization, and how has it transformed your own life? Can you tell us about it?
Of course, that's. I mean, I can talk about this at length, and I really
Yeah.
enjoy talking about this. So it happened. My life, my career took a 360-degree turn
Mm-hmm.
in 2015 when my daughter was diagnosed with cancer. She was
Oh,
only 6 years old that time.
okay.
Her healing, and up till 2015, I didn't know about anything about law of attraction. I
Okay.
had heard about Reiki, but then
Mm.
I had just heard, but nothing about law of attraction and what is it. I had never had any interest to explore what is all that. My job was, I was a creative head with an ad agency up till 2015,
Mm.
and then this episode happened where my daughter fell ill, and
Mm-hmm.
for more than 2 years we were like, we were like between hospitals and taking care and
Yeah.
struggling with finances and many such things. But
Yes.
my daughter's recovery did happen within a year. But there are hospital visits and things like that, so
Yeah.
it was a prolonged procedure. During
Correct.
that time, I got connected with certain concepts because somebody
Mm-hmm.
said, now you will have to do certain kind of healing, somebody told me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, whether you call it god's play, universe's play, or whatever, I got introduced to these concepts of law of attraction because my daughter's healing journey was
Mm-hmm.
miraculous. It was really it was miraculous because we got her entire treatment funded, and the funds came in mysterious ways to us.
Okay.
And the thing is, and we did need funds. It's not that we didn't need funds. As I said, we were facing
Yeah.
a lot of financial issues. I have also written a book which is on Amazon, Law of Attraction Gone Ori, which is entirely based on this episode of my life.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was the recovery was miraculous, and then one after the other, the events that led me to explore about healing. The first
Mm-hmm.
thing I stumbled upon was Reiki because I had already heard about Reiki. The first
Mm.
thing which came to me, whether you call it again law of attraction or what, it came to
Mm.
me was Reiki. I did Reiki. I
Okay.
did the course and I started healing in my own way, though I wasn't like,
Mm.
promoting it, but in my own circle. Obviously, I was doing it for my daughter, and
Yeah.
so this was my first step towards healing. Then I
Okay.
came to know about NLP, neuro linguistic programming,
Yeah.
And I did neurolinguistic programming for an extended time with two different coaches. It
Mm-hmm.
took me, you can say, in bits and pieces, it could have taken me 1 year's time to learn, although it is 5 months, 5 days course,
Okay.
in a package that they give. But
Mm-hmm.
doing through different two different coaches, it took me that
Mm-hmm.
time, and plus researching on my own, because NLP
Okay.
is quite tricky, and
Yes, I've heard.
you cannot learn everything in those sessions. So I would
Yes.
say, though it was an eye opener, it changed my life. During those sessions, I started thinking about people, my own thoughts. It was life changing. It changed my life, my personality to a great extent. And but most of the learning also I did it online,
Mm-hmm.
researching about it. That's when I had learned about visualization in my NLP.
Okay.
So and my visualization, my background was visualization. As I said, I was a creative head, so that
Yeah.
connected with me more. And
Mm-hmm.
what they had taught in my NLP classes about visualization, it was I thought of doing that firsthand on myself.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
good.
I Yes. So and they had said it in a very different way. They had said that you visualize wherever you have pain. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Visualize that you have, I mean, suppose you have pain in your hand. Okay.
Mm.
Visualize and bring that pain, visualize that, imagine that the pain, give it a shape, and imagine that it is on your palm. Okay, or it
Okay.
is out of your body, and then let
Mm.
it, make it small, or make it like a smoke, and imagine it going away. So this is
Mm-hmm.
what I
Okay.
had, I had learned
Okay.
over time. But once when I started doing it, I really don't remember, but intuitively it just occurred to me that I will do it this way. I will focus on my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'll focus on what is causing this problem. So when I told you about the cold, that a cold happens when our immunity is low.
Mm.
So you focus on this problem where about the, I mean, of immunity. You don't focus on cold, that cold, please go away. Rather, you
Mm.
focus on the immunity that brought that cold. So
Got
you
it.
you have to bring the whatever lower energy is, prevailing. You bring
Mm-hmm.
that lower energy to the higher energy. The higher energy will come down. So this is the yin yang concept, which works
Mm-hmm.
wonders. You can't
Okay.
bring the higher energy, so you can't bring the anger down,
Mm.
right? When we
Yeah.
talk about yin yang, it's a beautiful concept which I also follow in my counseling sessions. So
Mm-hmm.
there is this balance of yin yang. Okay,
Yes.
morning, night, hot, cold. So if something is hot, you can't just say hot. You can't just bring down
Tell it
hot
to get
unless
cool.
and
Yeah,
until
correct.
you put off the gas. So you
Yes.
bring up the cold energy. If you want to bring it down, you put that hot vessel on something cold. It will
Mm.
come down. So this is it. This is the same concept I follow. Whatever lower energy is running in our body, you try to
Mm-hmm.
eliminate that, and your problems will begin to disappear.
Mm-hmm. Great, great. When I got connected with you, and when you told me that you're into this visualization, and then I just happened to because my knowledge was little low on this particular topic, to be very frank. So then I happened to speak to two, three of my known people that have you heard about this? She's going to be my next guest on my YouTube channel, and what are your thoughts on this? And so there many people view when they were talking about visualization, they said it's basically a spiritual practice, while others said maybe if you're looking for a scientific heal back up something, you have it. So how do you bridge the gap between the two?
Very interesting. Thanks for asking that, Sarah.
Yes.
Bridging the gap of spirituality and science, it's both is combined, as I said. So now
Mm.
you are trying to identify the problem, right? We are
Yes.
not just sitting and trying to meditate. We are trying to understand scientifically what is the problem. What is it that the body is low on? What
Mm.
energy? Where? Which organ? Right?
Mm.
So we have to identify that. That is the scientific approach. Now
Okay.
we are sitting, obviously we are sitting in meditation,
Mm.
and we are trying to connect with it, and we are talking with it. We know that this is something divine, and our body is divine. It's a
Right.
divine house, right? So we are trying to talk to it, and in many cases, what happens is that I guide people to not just talk. If they can, if they're spiritually oriented, they believe in God or whatever higher power, I also ask them that please send healing to that organ. Okay,
Okay.
so
Mm.
we are always surrounded by energy, and people do start feeling something, if not instantly, but then
Mm.
it does, because energy is always there with us. And if you
Yes.
have connected, here connection is very important. That ailing organ or the cell will begin to heal. So here
Great.
we are combining spirituality and the scientific approach. Both are combined together.
Both together. So good. So the people whom I've spoken to, so it's glad to know that they have some basic knowledge of it, that how it works, and somewhere the kind of noise is there for this particular topic. One more thing which I want to mention, Abuwala, that I always tell my entrepreneurs who join my channel, and when I speak to them on WhatsApp and all that, that always do something on which you are passionate about. See, like I can see your passion coming out, because here what happens is, if you're not passionate about any particular career you're doing, or any services you're offering, or any product you're selling, if you're not passionate about it, now you wouldn't make me also feel so interesting with the topic, and you would also not have that enthusiasm, while talking about that topic. So it's
Totally
basically,
agree.
we women are now getting into entrepreneurship. That's a very good thing, and I want to tell out all our women entrepreneurs there who have already started their journey, are thinking of starting their journey, that do something what they like, not because your family members like, or because your kids want you to do it, or because your husband wants you to do it, because that wise, you would, it's like basically, when your child is growing, you want the child to become a doctor, but the child wants to become a lawyer, or maybe a air hostess, or whatsoever it is. Parents sometimes put their wishes on the kids, which, where at a certain age when they reach, now they are like, because mommy wanted me to do, because daddy wanted me to do, that enthusiasm doesn't come in them. They're just doing like a 9 to 5 job. Okay, we have done this because our family wanted to do it. So the
True.
passion which I can see in you, and that is the best thing, see, because it gives a confidence that by coming to you, by meeting you, definitely we would get some kinds of results what we are looking out for.
Yes.
Everybody has their own personal problems, outside problems. This, I can see that energy coming in you, that yes, when she has so much of energy, and when she has so much of passion towards the journey what she's doing, definitely she can be my healer, and I can definitely get some kind of things from her. So this was a point which I wanted to tell everyone, that do something which you're passionate about, because that takes you a very long way.
Very
So,
true.
can you
I
share me
agree.
some simple visualization exercises that beginners can try to experience its benefits? Just maybe a small something, which they can get a glimpse of.
Okay, can you give me any common ailment?
So, in that sense, what you have, what you want me to tell, something related
I
to
mean,
a pain, or something related to
no,
a
disease.
disease.
Yeah,
Okay.
disease.
Suppose someone is having a bad pain in the elbow
Disease.
frequently. Yeah.
Disease. Like I
Okay.
said, maybe a cold or psoriasis, or
Hmm.
a long-standing disease. Actually, I'm promoting more for that,
Okay.
because I'll tell you the challenge, because I talked about connection. I talked
Yes.
about intention. So
Hmm.
sometimes, people, if they have intention, they can do it all the time. Like I have been
Okay.
doing it for everything. I fall sick, I have fever, I have cold, I
Mhm.
visualize. Sometimes I don't know, because I'm not a medical person. So
Hmm.
sometimes I wouldn't know where my problem is coming from. So I do
Hmm.
research online.
Okay.
I have fever. Okay,
Hmm.
so what it could be coming from. So
Hmm.
then when I come to know, I focus on that part. Okay, whether it's a liver, or whether it's it can be some problem with my eating thing also, or it could have been simply my stress, right?
Hmm.
So if it is some organ problem, my liver is down, or I had fever due to again weather. So I would focus, if it is a weather problem, I would focus on my immunity. If I came to know something related to liver, I would focus on my liver.
Okay. Suppose now today's generation, I think a lot of women's, because this is basically more on focusing on women entrepreneurship. So we see a lot of women's facing thyroid problems, PCOD problems. So suppose we take thyroid as our disease. So what you suggest? Like how does one focus when it comes to thyroid? Basically, it's gland.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Of course, it's a gland, and it's a part of an endocrine system. It's the third
Hmm.
gland in the channel, right? So
Hmm.
first is the hypothalamus, then it's pituitary gland. Okay.
Yes.
Now, interestingly, thyroid is obviously you have to focus on thyroid first. Talk to it. You can start off with personifying your thyroid gland into whatever form you like. For example, if I am doing it, I would probably do a Hollywood or a Bollywood actor. Okay, you
Okay.
can do also in anybody. Here, I would just want to suggest that please do not focus any gods or deities or god figures,
Okay.
because this is my experience. With experience, I'm saying whomever I have told them, I mean, to visualize, they have visualized god figures, and then
Mm-hmm.
they are not able to connect. They are so
Mm.
overwhelmed, they are not able to speak anything. That what do I say? I'm just looking, sometimes it's just they start crying, and then they feel that they have connected, but then it doesn't happen because you're not talking.
Yeah.
This is not a connection. Of course it might feel good that time, but then
Mhm.
this is my experience. So avoid god figures, because
Okay.
again you will be so overwhelmed, you will not be able to command them, right? That
Right.
please do this, please do this, get well
Yeah.
soon, because you cannot imagine your god being sick.
Yes.
Another thing, right?
See.
So all these challenges do come, so visualize anybody whom you would enjoy talking to,
Mm-hmm.
and so the connection happens better. So if it's
Okay.
thyroid, obviously first would be the thyroid you will be talking to.
Mm.
That Close your eyes, sit, calm yourself down, and then your thyroid is here, it's in a
Yeah.
butterfly shape. Go ahead and please look for its exact location online. The shape, although the shape doesn't count because you're personifying it, but still you
Yeah.
should know what is this organ, right?
Right.
So personify the organ and talk to it, that and connect with it in whatever role you prefer, as a
Mm.
friend, as a parent, as a brother, sister, boss. Okay. Don't shout at your organs if you're performing like a boss. Be a proper leader to them, like what's
Mm-hmm.
happening, how can I help you? I see
Okay.
that things are not working out with you. Do you
Mm.
what kind of help now? I'm trying to understand your problem, and I don't know how you would function, because we will not know exactly what functions
Yeah.
are there,
Yes.
because we are not from the medical field. But whatever
Correct.
you can say, that I understand you're going through some problem, but I would want you to become better.
Mm.
I'll try to give you good food, and but then I would want you to, I'm sorry that you're going through this problem. Sorry, apologizing is very good, because that also brings out that energy in your body. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
can also say thank you to them because they are serving us. That brings out
Mm.
a different energy within us, right?
Okay.
So we are talking about all kind of emotions, sorry,
Mm.
chemical flow through these emotions while talking to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So you talk to them, you can hug them because they are now in that form. Even if you cannot, you can just, visualization is a problem, just visualize that organ, I mean, sorry, just hug that organ.
Hug them.
Okay,
Mm.
in that form itself, it's fine. As long as you're connecting with it, it's fine. So talk to them. Now next in
Okay.
line, I would suggest, if the thyroid has a problem, then another problem which I stumble upon to a great extent is the nutritional deficiencies. Their
Mm.
visualization doesn't work at all.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if you are depriving your organs of some deficiency which has to come through your eating,
Mm.
visualization has little to do with it. So thyroid
Okay.
can be affected due to lack of iodine. It can be due to
Mm.
lack of vitamin D.
Yeah.
Okay. And also the thyroid nowadays, most of the people are from the spiritual aspect, I'm saying, you will
Yeah.
find this problem mostly because we are not expressing ourselves in a healthy way. So this is a
Mm.
chakra, right? Throat chakra.
Yes. Mm.
Either it is hyper or it is hypo. So you
Mm.
will, I mean, if it is spiritually speaking, if you're talking, if you're shouting, if you're always in anger, this will be definitely affected. And
Mm.
thyroid is connected with liver
Yeah.
to a great, I mean, everything is connected, but this, they are like companions. They're connected to liver. And again, I'll talk about traditional Chinese medicine if I am looking through that perspective. Liver is a organ that holds anger.
Mm.
All right. So now
Yeah.
you see the connection. If you're always getting angry, liver gets hit, then the thyroid gets hit.
Mm.
Okay. So there are a lot of factors where thyroid can get affected. It's not just one reason. But
Yeah.
then this is, you can have all this in mind. You can explore more over the internet. You might find more things
Mm.
and reasons to talk to your thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a gist of it. Another aspect also, I'll tell you that you can connect. Thyroid may not have the problem on its own. It
Mm.
can also be due to pituitary gland, which is not sending its hypothalamus and the pituitary, which is not
Yes.
helping the thyroid process certain things, because they are in deficiency, some kind of deficiency.
Mm.
So all the tests that we do is mostly related to thyroid, but thyroid may not have a problem. The
Mm-hmm.
hormones coming from there might be the thing. So you can visualize all of this one by one. Visualize thyroid, visualize pituitary gland, visualize
Mm.
hypothalamus gland.
Mm.
So I'll tell you episode of PCOD,
Yeah.
likewise. Um,
Yes.
so I had this experience with a client where they
Mm-hmm.
had this PCOD.
Mm.
And obviously, what would you do when you have PCOD and we are going through this visualization process?
Mm.
You will obviously visualize on the uterus, and we did that. We visualized the
Yeah.
uterus, we visualized the ovaries and all of that, but it didn't help, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't help. It did help to a certain extent, but it was not helping more.
Okay.
Now it went on for some days,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened was that we were not able to understand one fine day. But the thing is that person was my friend, and she was like, she didn't want to go to the doctor because all that she had done long ago, but
Yeah.
it wasn't helping. What I
Mm.
told her, I kept, and this was during the beginning, almost beginning of my career into this healing journey. So
Oh, okay.
I was not very much, I was, even for me, it was, everything was exploratory for everything. I used to see
Yes.
online what
Mm.
could be hitting the uterus and ovaries and all of that.
Yeah.
So one fine day, it just occurred to me that our uterus, I mean, especially our ovaries, are connected with our pituitary gland.
Mm.
Okay, they are the
Yeah.
part of endocrine system. So
Yes.
I told her that, why don't you do this? Visualize your pituitary gland.
Okay.
Okay. Visualize it, because I had also done for one of my problems, even
Mm.
so where the problem was, that organ was not the problem, pituitary was the problem.
Oh, okay.
Might have been the problem, because after talking to it, it healed.
Mm.
In the case of my friend also, when she spoke with the pituitary gland, you won't believe, within few 24 hours, she saw this result, where
Oh, good.
yeah, her bleeding stopped. Sorry, it was
Okay.
not PCOD, it was a heavy bleeding
Heavy
problem.
bleeding. Okay.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah, that's a very common problem which keeps happening in the ladies post menopause and all that stuff, the bleeding
yeah.
problems and all that stuff.
So the thing was that uterus, where we see the problem, even the medications that you would give would be related to that. But when we spoke about the when we spoke about this one, right?
Yeah.
When we further explored, it turned out that if we spoke with the pituitary, the problem was immediately resolved.
So basically, once any disease comes, you need to basically get on to the proper, like it's like, when we have connecting, when we get each other's number, we have to
Hmm,
use some WhatsApp, we have to use a Facebook Messenger to get connected. And maybe now when we want to do a live, we have to come to YouTube. So it's basically different channels for way of communication. The
right.
same way you're trying to do, every disease is connected with one channel. It can be
Yeah.
YouTube, it can be Facebook, it can be Instagram. We have to understand that which channel is easy
Has the
for us to connect and is the right channel.
Yes, which is the right channel.
Absolutely.
Yes, I
Which
would
is
say
the
this
right
is the
channel.
right channel. Yes,
Right
yes.
channel. Suppose we do a video call on WhatsApp, would have not been the right channel to
Yeah,
connect to our viewers. So we had to come on YouTube. So the same way, whatever disease problems we have, we need to connect to the right organ to get the results of it. That's really
exactly.
interesting. That's really interesting.
Yeah, the
But are there
proper
any risk? Any risk on doing this visualization? That's also one
there's
fear which we have.
there's no risk. Absolutely, there is, but there are disadvantages. As I mentioned, I'll reiterate the disadvantages. Without intention, healing doesn't happen. So if you're
That's
looking
true.
for, sometimes while exploring, sometimes you have certain conditions. For example, psoriasis. All right, I did have a
Hmm.
psoriasis case. Now psoriasis
Okay.
is a complicated condition,
Yes.
and without even the doctors do not know. They keep giving some medications, and I have
Yeah.
heard that even the doctors, it's not very straightforward. But
Hmm.
one thing is for sure, that it happens due to stress. All right,
Mm-hmm.
I do tell my client that please do something about your stress. Of course I do. I did psoriasis case very recently. That is why I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking, it is very fresh. So
Okay.
I did tell them that you have to work on your stress levels, but people have accepted stress. Of course it is
Hmm.
there, but they are
Yeah.
not even willing to do anything about it. They said that this is it. I said that, see, this is due to something. So we have to, when if we are focusing on the root cause, it's better.
Yeah.
I know you will not be able to drive your stress away, but something if you
Yes.
can do to manage it, so it will
Right.
be good. However, something clicked with them, and they began to take my healing. And
Mm-hmm.
with psoriasis, what I did was, what I did was that, I gave them the, I mean, I told them to take care of their stress. At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I guided them on whatever parts are there in their skin.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Mm-hmm.
went to the skin level, to visualize where the
Mm-hmm.
the skin cells are produced, because that is what causes psoriasis. The skin cells become hyper, and they start, in the normal condition, the skin cells takes around a months to come up and form a new
Mm-hmm.
layer.
Okay.
They say 3 to 4 weeks. Okay, but in
Mm-hmm.
psoriasis it happens within few days. So you can imagine how fast they are
Fast
proliferating.
it is. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have to, and this happens due to even the immunity going wayward. It
Mm-hmm.
happens due to immunity becoming crazy. So
Yes.
now the immunity, because these cells are like that, proliferating, the immunity is trying to control, and they also become crazy. So everything is crazy out there. So you
Mm.
try to calm them down. Now psoriasis happens over a long period of time, and the since it is a 1 month process, the
Mm-hmm.
changes will be slow, but the changes definitely happened.
Happen.
And luckily, as I said, the intention works over here. I do not have more clients because of this, because
Mm.
it the many people don't have intention, but through your
Yes.
channels like you, I'm marketing, I'm trying to promote this way of healing. Whether you
Right.
come to me or not, at least research your problem and try to do it on your own, because I have given some tips of how to
Yes.
meditate, how to talk to your organs and cells. And
Correct.
hopefully you will find results, and if not, I am always there. Please connect with me.
Yes.
So the psoriasis, it did start, I mean, it showed tremendous results in 3 months. This
Great.
person was suffering from around 2 years or so, and
Mm.
they had taken all the medication, they had ointments and whatever they were giving. But through
Mm.
this way of healing, they started seeing, they're still like, it's not totally gone, but
Yeah.
it's like it has happened, the journey has begun, and 3 months, it is like, more than 80% is gone.
Great. That's nice.
It
See, it's
literally just
basically on
remembers
the
it.
trust. See, it's basically on the trust and the intention you have. Now, suppose when we go for our prayers, it's basically just trust that you're praying to your God and you're seeking for forgiveness, or you're seeking for some kind of success in life or some health issues. It's basically on the trust level. The same way when we
Yes,
go to a doctor, it's a trust that he's
yes,
given me this medicines. See, nowadays, before generation, we used to get the prescriptions and we used to just eat it. Now technology, we can only Google, we can understand what is the use of these tablets. Oh yeah, yeah, doctor has given me the right tablet. But in
right.
spite of that also, if you don't have a trust on that doctor, on his
Yes,
skills, then that medicine is not going to work on you. The same way when it comes
right.
to you, till we don't have that trust and that intention to actually get ourselves healed, we will
Yes,
not be able to heal ourselves. Like, we have to completely give ourselves to you based on the
yes.
trust that this is going to work out. So that why, because see, this is a science, it's all kind of science, which
It's a science.
it's a science. So it's nothing that you have created, or you have, no bad comments, but yes, with some, black magic or white magic, yeah, this magic, we are not trying to create any wrong or any negative science in your life. It's basically a natural science which is being formed, which you were not aware of, and we are making you aware, and we are trying to heal you.
Yes, I would like to say one thing which is very, very strong, very potential. It's a line. Uh, Energy flows where the focus goes. So you focus on that problem, you try to heal. So when you're focusing, you're sending the energy over there. It should heal.
It should heal, and it
It
all
should.
depends on your belief.
It depends.
Where there
Yes,
is belief,
everything
there
is.
is healing.
That's the foundation. Belief is the foundation, and that's very hard to build. If
Yes.
that is built, that foundation, that intention is built, then the rest, वो इमारत तो खड़ी हो जाएगी
हो
अच्छे
जाएगी,
से.
हो जाएगी. See, now when you drive a car also, it's a belief that I can drive this car, I can handle the traffic. But if you
Yes.
are not having the belief, खुद तो मरोगे, साथ में भी लोगों को
Yeah.
मार
Yeah.
दोगे.
Very. Very.
Because
Very
it's a
true.
belief.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
confidence, like, and especially today's Bangalore's traffic.
Hmm.
Salute. So
Yeah.
you have to, and if you don't have that belief that you can manage yourself in the traffic, you're completely gone. You're just
Yeah.
blank. So anything when it comes, basically, yes, belief is really important. It's a very good knowledge which you have shared today with our viewers, and I'm sure that they would have got, at least 50 to 60% idea of what you are trying to pass on the message, and how it can create an impact in their life, create a difference in their life, if they are willing to.
If they are willing.
Completely, yeah,
Very
completely.
true.
The answer is if they are willing to. Today we made it a will to come online to share this knowledge. It happened. If you would have not come forward, if I would have not come forward, I don't think so we could have done this. We could have passed on this message to our viewers. So the same way,
Yeah.
I would request to our viewers, there's no harm in taking, experimenting and having a trial, and seeing that how it is, before telling that it's not going to happen.
Exactly. Very
Anything
true.
and everything, yeah. See, like, even when startups start their business, they, if they keep thinking na ye nahi hoga, ye nahi hoga, wo nahi hoga, then what happens? Kuch nahi hota hai. When we see
Kuch.
Shark Tanks, when they come in the episode, they say, no, I didn't open a physical store because I thought online hi bikta hai, ye maal bahar nahi bikega. But did you try? Of course, profit hota, loss hota, that is the second stage. But you don't have any records with you to say that this didn't happen, and that's why I'm stick to this. Yeah, they are not ready to take that risk. मतलब अपने
Yes.
comfort zone में. Now, suppose if anyone is having any disease, let it be thyroid, PCOD, or let it be a uterus problem, or let it be any other cancer problem or anything problem, they are in their comfort zone. मुझे डॉक्टर ने दवाई दे दी, I'm eating that medicine, let me go on with that. It's a 6 months treatment, it's a 1 year treatment. But there's no harm in having one more alternate. Now, see, what we
Wow.
do is, when we say in Hindi, a very good thing, dawa bhi karo, dua bhi karo.
Hmm.
You can't stick on yes, you can't stick on
This is
medicines.
your science, Dawa and Duba. This is your science and
Yeah,
spirituality combined. Yes.
yes. So your this thing is like a dua. You come under
Yes.
the category of dua, where we are doing that visualization and we are trying to heal ourselves.
Hmm.
Doctors are giving the medicines, you can continue the medicines. We are
Hmm.
not telling you to stop the medicines or stop the treatment. But this will somewhere, like, like how you get blessings and heal yourself. This is the same way, it's a kind of blessings which is going to heal you little faster way, little safer way, and in a relaxed way.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning in today. It's and a big heartfelt thank you to our
Thank
guest,
you to you.
Sarah Abuwala. You're sharing a wonderful wisdom and tools with us. So great.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Sarah, I don't know how to. I mean, it is a wonderful experience to talk, and
Hmm.
I mean, I would definitely want to see how it's come out after you
Sure,
upload this video, and would
sure,
want to share it with my audience as well. Let them
sure.
come. And one more thing: if you have been suffering from a long-standing ailment where
Mm.
conventional medicines have not helped, do
Okay.
try out this. This way of healing,
Mm.
because and another thing is, please try to do something about the stress as well. If something
Hmm.
has not healed even in spite of medication, chances are that you are stressed. All
Right.
right. Or
Absolutely.
the your problem was not diagnosed well. Whatever might be, please try out. This does definitely helps. I have given 8 years to this, and only now I'm coming and promoting it. I
Great.
researched. I mean, I have done all the trial and errors with people, whomever I
Hmm.
came across, and now I'm sure of it that this works. And I would definitely recommend everyone to try it out.
I think we just lost Sarah Abuwala. So great. So if today's session inspired you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful. One second, let me just sort out this. Okay, there's some network problem. So if today's session inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful conversations like this. Keep believing in your power to heal, grow, because your inner world shapes your outer world. So have confidence in you, have the belief in whatever you do. So until next time, stay well, stay positive, and keep visualizing your best life. Take care. See you soon tomorrow with a new guest at 12 o'clock on the same channel. Until then, goodbye. Take care from Sarah.